this video, I'm going to share with you the difference between traditional publishing and self-publishing so that you can decide which is the best option to publish your beautiful book. Let's start with self-publishing. What are the pros of self-publishing? Well, first of all, you get more money in royalties. You get 60 to 70% if you publish on Amazon. You can have complete control over your cover, the book itself, and the editing of the book. I mean, you're in control of exactly what you end up producing. You can also change your content later and update the cover. You can decide to pull the book off the market if you don't want to sell it anymore. So you're in complete control of everything, and you have the potential to make more money if you still sell a lot of copies. What about the cons? Well, the downside of this is that you actually have to, of course, write your book yourself, get it edited yourself, get the cover made yourself or through some outsourcing, freelancers. And you actually have to do your own marketing. So you have to learn a lot, or you have to outsource it to other people. There's an expense that you're going to have to put in time or money. But the benefit, of course, is that you have complete control over your own book. Yeah, that sounds a bit too much work for me. I'm not sure I really want to be dealing with that. Well, if it sounds too hard, then you could try traditional publishing. The benefit of traditional publishing is that potentially they will actually reach in their pocket and give you cash in advance. Somewhere between 10 to 15,000 is typical, and you can of course research this. They also do the editing for you or with you. They get the cover done for you. They also can do some marketing. So a lot of the work is taken off your hands. Sounds great, doesn't it? The downside, though, is that you lose creative control. You might end up with a cover you don't like. They might end up editing it in a way you don't like. They essentially own your book, so if they decide to stop publishing it or decide to change something, there's not much you can do about it. And the amount of royalties you get is less. And the other thing is that they don't tell you this, but realistically you are going to need to do most of your own marketing anyway, right? If you have a conversation with the publisher, they will ask you, how big is your mailing list? How much is your social media following? Chances are you won't even get a book deal unless you have a big enough following anyway, because they want you to do a lot of the marketing. So when it comes down to it, even if you do go with a publisher, you're going to be the one who does a lot of the marketing anyway. Another problem with traditional publishers is that it can take 2 to 3 years for you to go from the idea and submitting your book and getting it through to actually seeing it in the world. And you typically also need an agent, and the agent will take a cut, right? So there's a much longer, more formal, more tedious, long-winded process. Well, maybe self-publishing isn't that bad after all. Are there any other options? What other options are there? There actually is a third option, which is indie publishers. They basically will act a little bit like a traditional publisher. They'll take care of your covers, your editing, some of the marketing, and they'll give you a bigger royalty than traditional publishers, and they give you a little bit more creative control over your book. So you don't get an advance, but it's kind of like in between. It's like a hybrid between self-publishing and traditional publishing. So if you want to have a bit more control, but you also don't want to do everything, then that might be the best option. So tune into it. Which of these feels best for you? You might want to do a bit more research. Self-publishing, which means you're in complete control, get bigger royalties, and potentially have more money. Or would you rather go for a traditional publisher who's going to take a bigger cut but do more work for you? Or would you like somewhere in the middle, get an indie publisher? Let us know in the comments below which one you would like and why. I hope this has been helpful, and I'm wishing you all success on your beautiful work. And if you're interested in how to write a book, then check out this video on the 7 tips to writing your best-selling book. Lots of love and wishing you all success.